Hi everybody, I'm Chris Callahan with UVM Extension Ag Engineering, here today to share with you some resources and tips that we've developed as part of a USDA NEFA Food Safety Outreach Program project called Scrub, Sanitizing and Cleaning Resources for Your Business. So let's talk about how to safely dispense sanitizers. First thing is PPE, personal protective equipment. Always have a pair of glasses, safety glasses kicking around, something that is going to protect your eyes from splashing. I'm just using some disposable nitrile gloves today, but you know, a good high quality rubber wash glove would also work really well for protection. We want to have this stuff on before we get going. I've got long pants on. Ideally, long sleeve shirt would be nice. It's a bit warm today, so I opted out of that. When you get sanitizer, in this case Sanidate 5.0, it gets shipped in a carboy like this, and it's got a cap on here that usually is completely sealed up so that it doesn't spill in shipping. We've got a little trick that we want to make sure everybody's aware of when it comes to this, because this can be tough to pour out of, especially if you're trying to measure relatively small amounts. So what we do is we replace this bung cap with a new one, and we've drilled a little hole in that. It's threaded on the inside, and it's threaded so that we can put this quarter turn valve in there. And this quarter turn valve has NPT threads on it that match up with the bung cap. It's also a Teflon coated valve, so it should be resistant to the corrosive effects of PAA. And so what we do is we put some Teflon tape around those threads to ensure it doesn't leak. There's a little air bleed hose that comes through the hole that we've drilled. Thread that on there good and tight. We would use a wrench to really make sure it's good and tight, channel locks, etc., whatever you can find. And then this can replace the bung cap on the tote or carboy that was shipped. Again, tighten that really well. Check it for any leaks. Add some tape if you need to tighten up. Also remember that when you go to dispense, you need to give it a little bit of air. And so this is a vent cap, which hasn't been drilled yet. This is solid right now. So you'd put a little small vent hole in there as well. And then cap this all up, close the valve when you're done. You can store it on a shelf like this, and then lay it down like this to dispense as you need. So the quarter turn valves are great because they help us move from sort of glugging sanitizer out of a tote or carboy to being able to just turn a valve and dispense them into another container. That might be into something as simple as your standard kitchen measuring cup, right? It has good marks on it, graduations, so you can figure out what dose you need and put that into something like a large sink. It may also be helpful to have a secondary container. And so this is a Nalgene bottle that I've purchased and filled directly from the carboy of Sanidate 5.0. I've labeled it. Ideally, we would label any secondary container with a hazard communication label. These are available from your standard label manufacturers. They make it easy to put the important information down from the material safety data sheet and to put a good label on the container. So this is straight Sanidate 5.0. I've labeled it as 5.3 PAA, peracetic acid or peroxyacetic acid, Sanidate 5.0. So this will be helpful if we were to, for example, want to put some Sanidate into this container or something even smaller. We can also use a funnel. Again, nothing rocket science about this, just trying to be smart about how we're pouring this. It is corrosive. We don't want to get it on us. We don't want to get it on the floor and things like that. We want to be able to put it into water to dilute it. So a funnel can be helpful. Going into a twin neck bottle. And we have two options of twin neck bottles here. This is, I believe, a 16-ounce twin neck bottle. And the way these work is you put your Sanidate in here, and what you're able to do is just by squeezing, it'll come up into this chamber and give you a dose. And we'll talk more about that in just a moment. In addition to your standard Pyrex or other kitchen measuring cup, it may make sense to get a dedicated measuring cup. And these can be scoops from like laundry detergent or from exercise drinks or hydration drinks like Gatorade, etc. That can be reused. You can also get these directly from supply companies just for this purpose. So this one here is 100 cc, so 100 milliliters. This one is 7 ounces. I think it's 200 milliliters or 200 cc's. This one here is a 1 cup scoop, and it has, hopefully you can see that, it has some graduations on it to get a little bit more finer detail in the measurement. So again, that's 1 cup or 250 milliliters. And this one here is a 2 cup, 500 milliliter. So depending upon what dose you're aiming for the particular use, it will determine which of these makes the most sense. The other dispensing option to consider, especially for sanitizing food contact surfaces, so different from treating wash water, vegetable wash water, for sanitizing food contact surfaces would be a spray bottle. And so this wouldn't be straight Sanidate 5.0, for example. We would mix it down to the appropriate concentration for sanitizing food contact surfaces. Nice thing about this is, when you're ready to sanitize the surface, you spray and you're good, right? So instead of having to mix it up each time, you can have some on the shelf ready to go. So we just covered a bunch of options for dispensing sanitizers. The goal here is to give you an option away from dumping out of a tote or carboy and making it safer and more efficient for you in your day-to-day. There's more information available on our website at go.uvm.edu/sanitizer dispensers.